remember, insider Jeff Grubb predicted that the much-awaited PlayStation Showcase will air in May of this year. So
Yep.
this is before Summer Games Fest. He expects that the presentation will be on Thursday, May 25th, as being the
Damn.
most likely date. The latest state of play focusing on Final Fantasy 16 was a success that happened a couple weeks ago, but the one in February, which was the Suicide Squad one, was a disappointment, and now is totally even pointless the fact that that exists.
Well, they basically that whole presentation led to the delay
Yeah,
of Suicide Squad.
yeah, it led to the suicide of Suicide Squad.
That's right.
So the PlayStation Showcase is expected to happen in May 2023, according to Jeff Grubb, which we already said. Grubb predicts that the showcase will happen before Summer Games Fest again, which we already said. And just to as a point of reference, Summer Games Fest starts on June 8th, so before that. And the May date for the PlayStation Showcase will provide some breathing room before other developer live streams planned around the same time. I think Xbox actually already announced one as well, and I think there's either Nintendo or somebody else announced maybe it was 2K or a third party. I forget. Instead of because that's E3 time, so they were doing
Yeah.
it in lieu of E3. So what I wanted to do real quick is just speculate on some things that we haven't seen or that have been announced or that we know are in development and what we could now keep in reference. The last PlayStation Showcase was 2 years ago, over 2 years ago. I think it was like in March of 20. Was it March of 2021? It was years
Me.
ago. Now they've had the state of plays interstitially here and there, but we're talking about like the big
Yeah, the big one.
big showcase. So
E3 level.
right. So I'm gonna rattle off a few things and I want to hear what your opinion is of them.
Yeah.
What we has been announced, but we haven't seen in a while, is Wolverine
Mhm.
from Insomniac.
Yeah.
What has been announced and is coming out this year that we haven't seen in a while is Spider-Man 2.
Yeah. And they
Uh,
assured investors recently, Insomniac assured investors that they were planning for a 2023 release.
yeah.
So,
Stellar Blade, which I believe is that uh, Chinese or Japanese game, correct?
Bayonetta.
Yeah, the Bayonetta one, I think. Silent Hill 2 from Bloober Team, that's potentially be there. The Last of Us multiplayer game, whatever that is, it's been in development forever now, which is a full-fledged game, which that game is going to be massive.
Yeah.
Would expect to see that. Death Stranding 2 potentially. I mean, we know it's happening. Kojima's teased it himself. The actors he's working with. I mean,
Yeah.
it's happening. How close it is, I don't know. Ghost of Tsushima 2, which rounded out PlayStation 4, came out at the end of PlayStation 4 generation, is probably in development. There's also a movie in development. And then there's a couple of other ones that are maybe a little bit more speculative. But
Mhm.
what is Sony Santa Monica working on? Are they definitely doing another God of War? Do they have another team in there?
I believe that. Are we talking now or do you want to wait?
Yeah. Go
I
ahead.
think they're working on Cory Barlog's next game,
Oh, right. Yeah.
which I think is a sci-fi game, if I remember correctly. So I think, yeah, I think Cory
Well,
Barlog's making his own game.
I think it was rumored to be a sci-fi game because before God of War 2018, they had a sci-fi game
Yeah.
all the way into to development, and then it got canned or
Yep.
put on the back burner for God of War.
Right.
So that could be possible.
Yeah.
And I definitely think it seems like they have two teams working in there.
Oh yeah.
So that'll be cool. Ben Studio, what are they working on? There
I
was,
think.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead. No, go
I was
ahead.
just gonna say was it last year? Maybe a little bit more than that. Maybe a couple years ago at this point, there was everything with them turning to a support studio, not getting Days Gone 2 greenlit, all their leadership leaving, and then just settling on a new IP potentially. So maybe we'll see something out of that.
Yeah, I think it's time for them to show what they've been working on, whether it's Days Gone 2 or if it's something completely new. I personally believe it's going to be something brand new.
Oh yeah,
Or
Days Gone's not happening.
yeah, and if they do Days Gone, which I don't think they will, I almost feel like it has to be a remake or something. Like it has to be a completely reimagining or a reboot, I guess,
Hmm.
of that game or that world. Like maybe another game in that world. I don't know. Um, I just don't see them kind of going back to that well after everything
No,
that happened. So
no, yeah, unfortunately no. Although I mean, again, critical reception of that game wasn't great. We have an entire video about this, so go check it out. Days Gone PlayStation's not so hidden gem, but it came out on PC and did really well.
yeah, and that's the weird thing.
So
It's
I
also
I don't know.
isn't it getting a movie or a show as well,
Yeah,
rumored?
it is. Yeah, yeah.
So, like, it's just so weird. It's such a weird situation. It didn't do well. No one thinks that a sequel is even possible,
Yeah,
including the creators of the first game, and they've said
yeah,
that many times.
yeah,
But if they're making a show and a movie out of it, like that's pretty big.
yeah. But I don't know. We'll see. But I agree. It has to be a reimagining because the people that even made it aren't there anymore.
Right.
John Garvin and Jeff, whatever that other guy's name is, the director.
Maybe it's a sequel in the same universe with new characters. I don't know. I don't
Maybe.
know where the story. I never finished it. I never started
Yeah.
it. So
I would be, well, it sets up the potential for more. But I just don't think a sequel is likely. But we could be wrong. And then the other the thing that people have been speculating is Bungie is are they going to Destiny 3? Are they doing something brand new? Are they doing both?
yeah.
They're such a large studio now. It's possible that they do a Destiny 3 um, and a new IP at the same time.
Yeah, I'm more inclined to believe they're doing 2 games right now.
Hmm.
Like you said, the studio is huge. They were acquired by Sony, or was it an acquisition? Was it a full-on acquisition?
It is they are a PlayStation first party studio, but they remain independent.
Okay. So, there's that, and I think that Sony is more than anything looking for a new IP out of them, and I
Mhm.
believe personally that new IP it might have been what they showed Sony to get them interested. Uh,
Oh, that's a good idea.
S
Yeah,
so we'll
good
see,
thought.
but I definitely think that Destiny is not going anywhere. That is such a
No.
huge moneymaker for Bungie that it would be
Yeah.
stupid to not make a 3rd entry in that series and just
Mhm.
continue to make more money.
Yeah.
So,
What they should do would be smart is with the next installment of like a mainline game of it is do something like Hitman did and create like the World of Destiny or something. World of
where
the
everything is in
Guardians.
it.
Yeah, where it's everything.
The problem there, Josh, is that they're literally deleting content off of the game to add new content.
Yeah, I was gonna
So,
say, but yeah. Which I forgot to mention
well,
at the top of the show, by the way. I did play Hitman a little bit on my Steam Deck. That game is fucking awesome.
yeah, it's cool.
Um, so anyway, that's just my speculation. I think that this is happening, and I'm really excited for this because PlayStation hasn't said anything in so long,
Yeah.
and they don't need to. I mean, if you look at the makeup of how well PlayStation 5 is doing and everything, but like I am chomping at the bit.
Yeah, me too, and I'm a early adopter of the PSVR 2, and I'm also kind of
Oh
like,
yeah,
where's the games for that? Now
they're
here's
not
the
even
thing
talking
though.
about that.
I know, but here's the
Yeah.
thing. This is something that I don't know if I mean, you probably know this, but I feel like you haven't really talked about this part of it.
Hmm.
We were talking about like the sales of PSVR 2 and how it underperformed and they're cutting
Yeah.
units. It has only been released on PlayStation Direct. It has
Right.
not been in
Yeah.
retailers yet.
Brick and mortar's coming up soon, right? And
Yeah,
Amazon.
yeah, and I think that that's going to be big for them.
Yeah.
But like you said, they're not marketing it. They're not pushing it. As a matter of
Yeah.
fact, a Gran Turismo movie is coming out.
Yeah. Oh my god, did you watch the trailer for it?
I didn't, but I saw that at the end they flashed the PS5 logo, but not the PSVR logo. And Gran Turismo is the apparently the best game on PSVR 2.
Yeah.
So why would you not advertise that?
Well, it's like look at the Last of Us TV show. The only PlayStation logo on it is a fucking said based off of the video game and the tiniest
Right.
fucking font at the
Right.
very end of the fucking credits.
Right.
And it's like, what are you doing? Like you want
Free marketing, bro.
you don't want like the cross pollination there?
Right.
Like I don't there's just such a I don't know, they're such a fucking infuriating company.
Did you
Um
watch the trailer for Gran
I
Turismo?
did.
Does it look good?
Dude, it does.
No way.
Dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It just looks like a fun action movie.
Fair enough.
And I don't know what else to say.
Like Top Gun vibes, but with cars?
I don't know if I would go that far.
Okay.
But that could be a comparison. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's I don't know. Check it out. You'll see.
Okay. I'll watch it.
You see. But regardless, so I think this is definitely happening. Jeff Grubb is a reliable source.
Yeah.
So if if we're gonna hear anything, it'll probably be maybe a week or two before this goes live for them to announce it. It could be the week of, who knows? But excited for that.